Politico has a story here about a piece of hypocrisy from the Trump White House, shocker, that really shows how unaware they are and just how they have no ability to self-perceive. So look at this. Presidential son-in-law and senior advisor Jared Kushner has corresponded with other administration officials about White House matters through a private email account set up during the transition last December, part of a larger pattern of Trump administration aides using personal email accounts for government business. Kushner uses his private account, alongside his official White House email account, sometimes trading emails with senior White House officials, outside advisors, and others about media coverage, event planning, and other subjects, according to 4 people familiar with the correspondence. Politico has seen and verified about 24 emails. Mr. Kushner uses his White House email address to conduct White House business, Abe Lowell, a lawyer for Kushner, said in a statement Sunday. Fewer than 100 emails from January through August were either sent to or returned by Mr. Kushner to colleagues in the White House from his personal email account. These usually forwarded news articles or political commentary, and most often occurred when someone initiated the exchange by sending an email to his personal rather than his White House address. Okay, so let's be clear about something, though, and they go on to point this out in the article. None of the information was classified. None of it was classified, none of it was top secret. So I do think it's categorically different than what you were dealing with Hillary Clinton, where Hillary was Secretary of State and sending classified stuff, top secret stuff. And she was doing it, and it's not that she used a personal email account, it's that she used a private server. And apparently there was less security than a standard Gmail account. And she was like inside so-called enemy lines, like in Russia, for example, sending sensitive emails through this unsecure, email. So I'm not with the standard Democratic line on this of like, they mock, but her emails whenever Trump does anything ridiculous. The concern was not Hillary's private email account. It was the private server, which can only be done because you're trying to hide something. And then, again, the fact that there was no fucking security whatsoever, and the fact that, yes, it was used for probably the main reason they got it, for corrupt dealings with the Clinton Foundation. So it's an attempt to hide corruption. That's why it was an issue, and it's not a good argument to say, but her emails whenever Trump does anything horrendous, because you're downplaying that actually kind of was a serious thing. Okay, now, having said all that, even though he didn't send classified information, this is now the second or third Trump administration campaign official that was caught using a private email account. Here's what you shouldn't do. Use a private email account. Use your official one. I want everybody in the government, whether it's under Democrats or Republicans, just use your fucking official one. Use your official one, please. For fuck's sake. I don't want to have conversations anymore about email. And we're going to keep having them if people keep being hypocrites. And let's be clear, there were a lot of people on the right who didn't know the details about Hillary that I just gave you, but all they thought was she used a private email account and that was this most egregious thing. Well, if that was indeed the thing that you were mad at, well, then you should also be mad at Jared Kushner for doing this as well. And you should be mad at all the other Trump officials who've used private email accounts. Use your official government email account. I don't want to fucking talk about emails anymore for Republicans or Democrats or anybody. And please just stop using, if you're a top government official, stop using your personal stuff because you're no longer just a regular-ass private citizen. You're somebody has a high position of power and authority in this country, and I would like it if you go through the proper channels because there are consequences if you don't, and there should be. Or actually, Hillary kind of proved there wasn't consequences, at least if your name's Hillary Clinton, but for God's sake, just everybody use the proper email. I'm tired of talking about this.